Hello everybody, Skipping Gameplay here today playing Persona 3 FES with my best friend Scott. Say hello.
Hello everybody.
Now, Scott is what you may call a JRPG connoisseur. This man... How many of these games have you beaten?
Oh my god, I think all of them except for the first two, which I haven't been able to find. And I'm close to finishing 5.
I am also playing 5 at the moment. Alright, but we're going to hop into Persona 3, which happens to be both of our favorite Persona.
And the best.
Well, we're not going to bother with the answer right now, that's for sure. And now, I'm gonna do an edit here. Pop out chat. Bump that. Alright. Awesome. New game. You may begin the story of Persona 3 from here with new features. If you are playing Persona 3 for the first time, we recommend that you start with this mode. Those who have already played the game can enjoy the new features that have been added. Do you want to know what has been added? I already know.
That says to how much we've played it.
If you have saved data for Persona 3, some things that... we don't have another save file from the original. Transfer data. No. Continue the game without transferring any data. Yes. It's a little late right now. Also, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, we're good. I thought for a second that the gameplay wasn't being put up. Wanna go normal?
Yeah, might as well.
It'd save us some problems.
Yeah. Actually, though, there was one boss that I was really glad I put on, like, I think...
Easy?
No, when you play the PSP version, it gives you very easy. And I'm really glad I hit very easy because it gives you 30 restarts no matter what.
Yeah.
And I used like 15 of them up just on this one boss because like he one-shots you.
Yeah.
And I thought I was way over level for most
Did he use
things.
Mudo?
Oh yeah. Totally wrecked me.
Now, I know that my channel is primarily Zelda based, yeah. But I don't know. It's interesting because this is like a side of like my taste that I've never like, you know, been on the internet with. I mean, I played Persona 3 back in like 2018 when it released. So like I streamed it for a little while, yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago.
All I got up to when I first played was Madarame's Palace.
Oh, yeah.
The artist. Yeah.
It was really funny because when I went through that, like, so when I got to Madarame the boss, he was super easy to kill. And then...
Oh, I skipped the cutscene.
I forget what happened. I think the cat hit my power strip switch, and I had to then restart. And then the second time I went to go fight him, it turned in from like a quick 10-minute fight. That's like how fast it went, to a 40-minute long fight of my character's freaking dying, and I'm sitting there reviving them, and I was like, I did not think this guy was that hard from the first time I beat him.
What should we name our character? We could give it the channel name.
Actually, if you go with my dude.
You want to go with my dude?
It changes, if you ever put my dude in for the name, it changes the whole vibe of like a super serious thing. It'll be like, you know, and then they'll just say, my dude.
But you gotta do it like this. You gotta do it where it's reverse, because they always address people last name first.
You're right, yeah.
So, and I'm gonna capitalize my, so it always looks like capitalized my space dude.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, we're rolling with that. Yeah. Now, I know a little bit about him.
It delivers us all to the same end. You can't plug your ears.
Other than the first time I played through this, he's pretty creepy.
Yeah, I actually got really uncomfortable my first time around with him. Turns out he's not that bad, but also the bringer of death and destruction and the apocalypse and all that good shit.
Yep, that end.
Itsukari Takeba. Son of a bitch. Mitsuru Kirijo. You know, sometimes I'll like play through these games and I'll pronounce all their names like Japanese, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really like saying Kirijo.
Yeah.
Kirijo, sure, why not? Kirijo. Kirijo, yeah, the Kirijo group. The ones running the experiments and brought us too close to the dead.
Actually, they're the reason that the Dark Hour exists.
Because they fucked up so bad. I didn't think you'd arrive so late. My name is Mishiro Kiri. Oh, wait, there's a voiceover.
Who's he?
See if we could balance that out.
He's a transfer student. It was a last-minute decision to assign him here.
That'll do.
He'll eventually be moved to a room in the boys' dorm.
Is it okay for
So who's your favorite character from this?
I guess
I'm
it'll be-
definitely gonna have to go with Akihiko's brother.
Oh, really? The one that... Yeah, really?
Uh-huh, yep. He's freaking badass.
I got
This
to...
is Hikari talking
I
about.
think the point I got to was where we met him. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
In, like, the hospital room. Yeah.
Oh, when you... is it... Oh,
When you
yeah, when
pass
you
out for the
first see him,
second
when
time?
he says Aki, and he talks to Akihiko, and then looks at you,
She'll be a junior
and then
this spring,
just
like
never
you.
mind and walks out all
Yeah.
mysterious, like, yep.
And I think maybe I encountered him 3 times after that. I never got to the point where Strega's introduced. I don't know a lot about Strega. Why do you have a gun?
I generally always hit nice to meet you, because, you know, the oblivious protagonist, you know?
Hi, how are you?
Yep.
Oh, why you got a gun?
Yep, that's not threat, that's not...
It's sort of like
Pay attention to the details now.
Well, not a hobby, but
You know how it is these days. It's for self-defense.
Is that why she had it put up to her head?
It's not a real gun, of course.
Well, actually, no, she doesn't actually get a chance to put it up to her head when you watch the cutscene. She reaches for it, and that's when the Dark Hour ends.
Your room's on the second floor at the end of the hallway. Your things should already be there.
oh, I'll show you the way. Follow me.
My favorite character is Junpei.
I do love Junpei.
I'm not about to bring up the stuff going on with Vic Mignogna, though. Not so great. You hear about that?
I did.
Voice actor for Crow. Apparently a lot of sexual assault allegations are going out towards him, and it's impacting his career.
Easy to remember, huh?
I don't like to assume things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me
Make sure
neither.
you know what you're doing.
But
If he did it, I'm incredibly disappointed and very sad, because I like Full Metal Alchemist where he plays Edward. I like Ruby where he plays Crow.
Crow,
I
think he
love
does.
Junpei.
yeah.
You're getting your head cut off there for a little bit.
So,
I think, yeah, I
any
don't know why it
questions?
does that. I think it's like I'll move the picture slightly.
It's holding up better though than I thought it would. Any questions? Does that kid live here too?
What kid? What are you talking about? Come on, it's not funny.
Shut up, Kari. Tell me. It's not funny. What? You know, the one who made me sign a contract. That
Can I ask you
one.
something? On your way here from the station, was everything okay?
No, I died.
You know, that was the thing I didn't really particularly care for with 5 was
You know what I...
for the first 2, the contract was generally given to you in the same manner. In this one,
It takes a little bit, and then Igor's like, sign this contract saying you're responsible for all your actions.
yeah. Generally, that part comes forth a little bit sooner.
Yeah,
than
it's
like in
weird
5.
because at that very point, doesn't your contract with him, like not your contract, but your social link with him start?
Yep.
Yeah, doesn't it take up until that point? And then with, no, it's not at that point. I think it's when you unlock Arsene and go there for the first time.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's when you unlock our son, and then you go there, and then then it leads into them explaining what a social link is for, which the other first games that I played did a really crappy job on. They just say you need them, and they strengthen your
Seems like you're
personas.
alright.
Do you know the Judge Arcana in that game?
Yeah,
With Sai Makoto?
yeah.
that one took forever to get, and you've been getting interrupted with those stupid flashbacks for maybe 30 hours at that point.
Actually, though, the flashbacks do make it pretty cool. I mean,
They do.
I did like that take on it, where it's like, okay, we now know where we're at, and then what you're playing is to the spot, you know, basically, as you play, then it goes flashback, so it's all, you know, bringing you up to that
Still
point.
have other questions,
So, I mean, that's a cool
let's save them
aspect.
for later, okay?
It's a mystery.
Good night.
You too, Yukari. Best girl. I was about to just walk through the door.
Actually, what's her name? She's in, I'm forgetting her name, the one that...
Chie.
Are you awake?
Yukiko. Talking about Persona 4, aren't you?
I'm talking about Persona 4, the one with the red hair. She's...
Rie? Rise?
Rise, or is it's been so long since I played that one. She's the one that...
The pop idol one.
Yeah.
I believe it's Rise. Persona 4 Rise. Yeah, Rise Kujikawa.
Yep, that's her. But that's not my favorite one. The one that I liked the most was the detective. Actually, you know what? It was really funny. So the first moment when I was playing that, so you know how they introduced the detective as being a guy,
Yeah.
and then this was the first time me playing through this game on the
This one here?
No, for 4 on the Vita when you meet the detective and you're in their the TV world, and then there's a scene or like the animation for the detective. It's like shadow that looks cute, and I go, huh, that looks cute. Wait a minute, that's a dude. Am I gay? And then later you find out, no, it's a girl, and I'm like, whew, crisis avoided. Turns
Sorta.
out I'm straight as an arrow. I can pick them out.
Please answer the door, I'll get in trouble. You decide you'd better not ignore her. Come on, why did I choose it?
Good morning. Did you sleep okay?
With more lasagna, yeah. Good morning, did you sleep okay?
Mr. Senpai asked me to take you to school.
Okay.
It's getting late, so are you ready to go?
God, I'm awful to her.
really? But you don't want to risk being late. Just hurry up and get ready.
See, when I normally play, I get like, you and I have 2 different play styles.
No, I'm usually nice too.
So that's it. See, there it
See,
is.
this is the thing I hated the most when the PSP version I gave
Animated cutscenes. I've never seen half of these.
Oh, really?
Because I only play the portable version, yeah.
Oh,
This is my first time really playing the FPS.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, you miss it. Like, really takes away from
Well, this is it. We're here. Welcome to Gekko-Con High School. Hope you like it.
I hated high school.
It was okay.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, it was okay.
You're okay from here, right? You should go see your homeroom teacher first.
To be
The
honest,
faculty
Persona High
office
School.
is right there to the left. And that concludes the tour.
You know, I'm not a big fan of the models in this game. I feel like the ones in Persona 4 are, like,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, that's why some people say Persona 5 is their style,
F.
Me?
like perfect.
I know, I haven't
Because
looked
like
at the classroom
3,
assignments
like
yet.
you can see the difference between 4 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 or 4. That's
Oh, and
when
you can see
that's-
the difference between 4 and 5. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, but 4 and 5 you can see the similarities. As where 3 is that kind of that outlier for like the art. Like this is where they're starting.
This was
to
their
develop.
very first time doing 3D.
Well, see, they kept the character art the same for the first 2 and 3. They
Mhm.
kept this same style of like the animations,
About
and then
tonight.
you see
Don't tell anyone what
in
you saw,
4
okay?
it's
See you
similar
later.
but different, and then 5 carries that same where like the shadow is still got the gold eyes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you start to see that part of the style come in.
For some reason, I just heard
But the thing I always like is like the dog. How they always have that one odd character, so that would be the dog in this one. Teddy, like who doesn't like Teddy, and then Morgana.
Well, I don't know if Ken Amada's dog. What's the dog called? Kenshiro? I'm not missing Kenshiro. I don't want to look it up because I keep looking shit up.
It's just been so long since I played this. I don't have as much time as I used to.
There are many people standing in front of the bulletin board. Oh, alright, we're spinning. We are spinning.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, technical difficulties. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, everybody. Just having really bad technical difficulties. So we should look for
You're looking for the
faculty office.
faculty office. Where you're gonna meet your homeroom teacher.
Did I go the right way?
Uh,
Actually, I think I did.
yeah, you did.
And it's like the door on the right. I like him. The history teacher. That's not the faculty office. There it is. Can't you romance your teacher?
I don't think so. Not in this one.
Oh, are you the new student?
I always like the teacher.
11th grade, correct?
No. 13th.
Wow, you've lived in a lot of different places. Let's see. In 1999,
I wasn't alive.
10 years ago, your parents.
See? So he'd be.
They're all dead.
He'd be 1 year older than me.
I've been so busy I didn't have time to read this before.
That's why when I was playing this, I was right around the same age. I was like, oh, that's so fucking cool. Seriously, I geeked out pretty hardcore about that. I was like, oh, yeah.
I'm Miss Tori. I teach composition. Welcome to our school.
Thank you.
Have you seen the classroom assignments? You're a 2F. That's my class.
All right.
But first, we need to go to the auditorium. The welcoming ceremony will be starting. Follow me.
The principal. You can't forget the principal.
I hate the principal in
I
Persona
love
5.
the principal in this
As
one.
you
Yeah.
begin the new school year, I'd like each of you to remember the proverb: if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well.
I've never heard that before.
When applied to student life,
See, I prefer to
this
go with
means
don't half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing. If anybody knows what that's from, leave a comment.
You came to school with Yukari this morning, right? I saw you two walking together. Hey, I have a question. Do you know if she has a boyfriend?
She does.
Man, I knew it. I mean, why wouldn't she? Wait, how well do you know?
I believe it's someone in Miss Toriumi's class.
Yeah, loser.
Be quiet. You're going to get me.
Going to get me arrested. Oh, whoa, Yukari.
What's up,
You see
dude?
her?
Junpei.
What's up, dude?
How's it going? Me? I'm Junpei Iori. Nice to meet you. I transferred here when I was in 8th grade. I know how tough it is being the new kid. So I wanted to say, hey, see what a nice guy I am?
Mm-hmm. Now get on my team.
Hey, it's Yuki-tan. I didn't think we'd be in the same class again.
So basically, how come there's always like some sort of like Ryuji, Yosuke, Junpei? I didn't think we'd be in the same class again.
At it again, huh? I swear you'll talk to anyone if they'll listen.
Well, actually,
Did you ever think you might be bothering someone?
in this one, it's actually. So remember the school board guy, the chairman, or the chairman they call him. He has been kind of pulling strings from behind. So actually, it's the reason you and Yukari are in the same class is that's him. Junpei is just pure that's coincidence. And then in 4, I think it just makes her a better story. Because I think 5 is the most realistic with the fact that the main 3 aren't actually in the same class.
Yeah, I think because Anne's in your class.
Yeah, Anne is, and then Ryuji's in a different class.
Yeah. I'll be waiting out in the hallway for you. When are you not in the hallway? What? But I was just being friendly.
If you say so.
He was.
Anyway, it looks like we're in the same homeroom.
That we are.
Let's just go for...
It's gotta be fate.
No,
Fate?
it's a coincidence.
You're right.
Yeah, mate.
Still, I'm a little surprised.
I don't know. Talk to the Kirijo
Hello?
Foundation.
Are you forgetting that I'm in this class too? By the way, I heard you two came to school together this morning. What's up with that? Come on, give me the dirt.
We banging?
What are you talking about? We live in the same dorm. There's nothing going on, okay?
Everything's going on,
Why do people
Junpei.
keep
Assume.
talking about
Assume.
it? Now you have me worried.
I did that.
You didn't say anything to anyone about you know what, did you?
You having a boyfriend?
I go, you know what?
You know what?
Don't tell me you forgot already.
But my gun.
Seriously.
Steel
don't
trap,
say
this is.
anything about last night, alright?
Don't say anything about last night, alright?
Last night?
What?
Last night?
That was pretty spot on, actually.
Wait a minute. Don't get the wrong idea. Listen. I just met him yesterday, and there's absolutely nothing between us. Jeez. I've gotta go. I've got something to take care of for the archery team. But you better not start any rumors.
Whoops.
Who cares? No one takes rumors seriously anyway.
Sure.
She's so paranoid. But hey, it's your first day here and people are already talking about you. Believe it or not, she's actually pretty popular. You the man.
Thanks.
This is gonna be a fun year. I can feel it.
Yeah. And my last. Did you hear me?
I did. So, you know how, like, you have the option to do the answer, the journey, and
Yeah.
how the answer makes no sense without the journey, and vice versa?
Yeah.
Who did?
Hey, we don't know about that yet. Did we play through the answer?
No, actually, because I only had the PSP version for the longest time, and then right when I got the PS3 version, my life got busy.
Oh yeah, I remember joining the trip.
I always joined the Kendo Club.
Yeah?
Yeah. Cause what was it?
Don't you...
Oh, it's the soccer team or the Kendo Club. Or wait a minute. Or am I thinking of
Do you remember that social link with that one track team girl?
Yeah.
The one with darker skin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got pretty fond with her.
Actually, yeah, because that's when you can date.
Welcome back.
Man, never hear that enough. Dance. I wanna put you in a trance.
See, I think this one still had the best music.
I do too.
Hands down.
Oh, I don't know, man. Persona 5.
Oh, Persona 5's good, but I don't know. This one's like better. Like, even how you come into like learning you have a persona is way cooler. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love being trapped in a castle with a perverted teacher and and then kicking his ass with it. But like, this one's so much cooler.
You know, they could have just left the final boss as Kamoshida, and I would have been happy with Persona 5. Because, like, I don't know, think about it. How far in is Kamoshida's boss fight? 20 hours. You pay $60, and most games are less than 20 hours anyway.
True.
And there's a lot of content. I like Kamoshida. Not what I meant. I hate Kamoshida, but I love to hate Kamoshida.
Oh yeah, fuck that guy.
So vending machine, buy something to drink.
I always like, whenever I would do this, I would always buy, whenever I play, every time I walk past the vending machine, I would always buy one thing. Every time.
Water.
I don't know, I'd change it up a little bit, but every time I'd come back and forth, like either school or dark hour, I always bought a drink.
And then doesn't the dark hour happen tonight? And everything's all like, fight a shadow? Or is it the next night?
No, that's the next night.
That's
because
next night.
I'm going out for a
This is where you find out that they're watching you.
Yes.
Didn't you see the newspaper?
Nope.
There's a lot going on.
Is there?
I know.
I like the pixels on that chandelier.
People who had no problems before are suddenly developing acute cases of apathy syndrome.
What the fuck is apathy syndrome? I think I have apathy syndrome. I don't want to do shit.
No,
Seen
this
it in
is
the news
this
quite
is
often
different
lately.
though.
They say it's due to stress, but
It's actually
Yeah,
because
right.
people are
That's
taking
them.
control of their palaces.
It's because of them.
You're right, it has to be them.
Otherwise, it's
Definitely.
not worth my time.
you have a one-track mind. Will you be okay on your own? The chairman will be
Akihiko
here
thinks
for
of
the next
two
few days, but
things,
after
kicking
that,
ass and pussy.
Nah, not really.
I mean, have you ever
I'm
played as
just
the
getting a
female
little
protagonist
practice.
and worn undies? Oh, you haven't seen those yet?
No.
I'll have to bring them up.
Oh. No, I never did.
This isn't a game, Akihiko.
Yes, it fucking is. I installed it. It's a game. This is the real world, Akihiko. Wake up.
You know, it's thanks to this game that every time a full moon's out, you're like, shit's going down.
Somewhere in Japan.
Somewhere, shit's going down. You never look at a full moon the same.
You ever look at a full moon and then think, wow, and I think an entire hour just went by. That's why. No, not that one. I mean the story about the first year student. Not only did she stop coming to school, she does nothing but sit and stare at the walls all day. Me too. If her mother tries to talk to her, she only mutters to herself, it's coming, it's coming. How about that? You don't believe me? First bell's rung. We're late. I don't think we're late, actually.
You know what's funny? Whenever you take like the big tests or whatever, I was very pleasantly surprised on how many I always remembered.
Just show the cat.
It's invisible.
Just show it.
Ghost cat.
Would you like to hold the cat?
I do like this cat.
Here you are.
It's-
Enjoy.
I make fun.
You're petting nothing.
I like this.
Why him? I'd rather teach Utsubo Kubota. I studied Japanese. He became famous as a singer, but he's also produced fine literature. I wonder why it's not in the textbook. Well, I'll just bring Kubota's book next time. Hey Junpei, were you listening? Oh yeah, and it's funny because in this game it's not you who's being asked a question a lot of time, it's just Junpei. He's just like, dude, what's the answer?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Who did I say was my favorite author? Itsubo Kubota. You hear your classmates whispering.
I did like how in 5, if you got the answer wrong, everyone was all like, I knew it.
I gave him the answer. He must pay attention in class. He became slightly more popular. Your charm has increased. Not my knowledge, I guess.
No, just a try.
What are some good ways in Persona 5 to increase your charm?
There's a cafe you can go down to, and depending upon what you get when you eat it, you can increase your charm or your...
You gotta get the tea, the fruit tea, to increase your knowledge and your guts.
No, there's one that increases your guts quite a bit. It's like it's like a super giant burger, I think.
Oh, that's one of the... I
Yeah,
don't remember.
eating that
But yeah,
will-
the challenges.
Yep.
But if you get the fruit tea, it increases your knowledge and your guts. And on specific days, it does certain amounts of points.
Yep.
Since classes have ended for the day, you decide to go back to the dorms. What's Junpei doing in that wild duck? Does it always do this on your way home?
No, just in
The strip mall is lively in this evening. Okay. I never felt like to be that bad.
The German.
So,
Can we really
so
trust
you
him, though?
guessed.
Shh, don't give it away.
It's okay, we're invisible.
Oh, that's true. Come back, Scotty. You are returning.
Oh, hey, the cat's on here now.
Good evening.
I want to put you in a trance.
My name is Shuji Ikusuke. I'm the chairman of the board for your school.
Chairman.
Ikusuke. Hard to say, isn't it?
Ikutsuki, Ikutsuki, Ikutsuki.
No.
That's why I
You
don't
know
like
what's hard to
introducing
say?
myself.
The chairman.
Even I get tongue-tied sometimes.
Now introduce yourself to me.
Have a seat.
I get off on it.
I apologize about the confusion regarding your accommodations. However, it may take a while longer before you receive the proper room assignment.
Raises his hand. Can I get a gun too?
Is there anything you'd like to ask?
The other night I saw.
You saw something strange. Like what? You were probably just tired. I wouldn't worry about it.
Why are you gonna lie to me like that? It's not like I'm gonna go to sleep, wake up, and find out, oh shit, we're all gonna fucking die.
Well, he makes a valid point. When you're tired, you see shit.
I don't know about that.
What? You've never been super tired.
Do you have another question?
Nah, fam, I'm Gucci.
Then I hope you have a successful school year.
Don't lie to me.
Now, if you'll excuse me,
Don't lie to me.
You know, whenever I still hear the
You must be
words,
tired
have a
from all the
successful
excitement.
school year,
you should go to
I
bed
don't
early.
feel joy when I hear school.
Me neither.
Year. I just feel, oh, this
As they
shit's
say, the early bird catches the bookworm.
I've never heard that.
Please forgive the pun.
You'll get used to his lame jokes.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, watching me on their big monitor, but for some reason it can only display in green because it is nighttime.
Well, no, that's the power of the dark hour.
Working
That's how you
hard.
know the dark hour. is
So, how's he doing?
Good point, yeah.
Because it's all eerie.
He went to bed a little while ago. He's asleep now.
Do they? I wonder what those little
Mr.
graphs
Chairman,
are. They
do
can't
you
be
think
about
he's-
my stat, can they? It's not like my health. Are they monitoring my blood
let's
pressure?
No, no, no.
See
The
for now.
the blue one
Mm-hmm.
is your heart rate. Like,
Yeah.
notice it. But I don't know what the other two are. Probably magic persona stuff.
The dark hour is
Me too.
approaching.
But I recognize that. That's the meep, meep, meep. That's that. Now see this here.
I remember the cutscene in the portable version.
I remember playing this. It was like really late when I played this, and this actually creeped me out a little bit.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty creepy.
And good night.
Because like you don't expect.
Anybody want to be a
See,
casket?
you don't expect this part coming. That's the thing. Like, okay, the coffins. Okay, that's fucking creepy enough. But then this next part is and like I always loved how the blood would always come out during
Oh,
the dark
yeah.
hour. That I thought was pretty freaking cool. But this part is actually pretty creepy. See, right here.
Oh yeah, where he melts.
See, this right there. That part just creeped me the fuck out.
He's still sleeping. The dark hour occurs every day at 12 midnight.
Well, that is
You could
what
say it's the hidden hour. During this time, an ordinary person
Why is he
transmogrifies
explaining this to
into a
people
coffin
who've already
and is
been there,
oblivious to
done
all
that?
that occurs.
Then he must be.
dead.
As you can see,
Well, okay.
he's retained
The
his
reason he's
human form.
explaining this, it's like let's say you're trying to figure out why something's not or how something works. All right, we don't know why this part is, so we explain the part of okay. Now we know what leads
He's
up to it.
asleep, but he's definitely experiencing the dark hour. The only question
I
that
wish I would
remains
experience
is
the dark
whether or
hour
not
so I
he
can
has the
start to
potential.
sleep. I mean,
Although,
not much
he
other
must.
people, they're
If
all
he
caskets.
didn't, they would have
I
preyed
know.
on him by now.
Ah, fuck, cars don't work. Yeah, that's out of it.
Dang.
Have some joy rides.
Scary.
Hit a couple coffins. Do that little
Yeah, I hit a couple coffins. Yep, kill a couple people while doing my joy rides.
We should continue to monitor him for a few more days.
Nah, I know what I do. Be like, what are you doing during the narco? Well, I like to take a couple people and their coffins, you know, I like to move the coffins around so that when somebody snap back, be like, whoa, what the fuck am I doing here?
Move one like over water or something.
Yeah.
In any case, we should continue to monitor him for a few more days.
Yes, sir.
We're not gonna get that lucky.
I feel kind of bad though, spying on him like this.
But then again, like, you see how big their coffin was compared to that guy. I'm pretty sure they're pretty freaking heavy. But see, this is what I'm talking about. That's the thing that set this game apart from the others. Was like the TV world was cool, and Mementos is cool, but like the coffins and the blood when it like that's so.
The atmosphere
cool.
was definitely
the
darker.
atmosphere was just more. Like even this, how it's the elevator.
My dear young man.
I haven't heard the original Igor voice.
Yeah, coming back to it.
His was still better.
Bum,
This
bum,
one was
bum,
better.
bum, 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 bum.
My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
Thanks, Igor.
This is Elizabeth.
Don't battle
She's
her.
a resident here, like myself.
She will kill you.
Pleased to meet you.
Do you get a different one with the female protagonist?
Dream and reality.
Well, actually, no. Just in the PSP version, you could choose whether it was a boy or a girl.
Your character or your...
I think the other one is Ethan.
It's been years
I never
since
met him.
we've had a guest.
I think I can't remember.
I like Elizabeth too much. It's the document you signed at the dorm.
Only those who have signed the contract can enter this place.
Yeah, that weird space. I don't get that.
Henceforth, you shall be welcome here in the velvet room.
Dang.
You are destined to hone your unique ability, and you will require my
The
help.
Fool
to do so.
Arcana.
I only ask one thing in return.
You ever see the anime for Persona 4?
See, you know what I really
Well,
like?
you have any hobbies? I like changing things and using things.
That you abide.
Actually, I did really like though when you watch the anime how they changed the story slightly from the actual game, so they don't ruin if you play the game.
Uh-oh, Blank committed all the murders.
Actually, okay, so remember when I messed my neck up and I was in a neck brace for
Mhm.
a while? I finished Persona 4 like that because I couldn't do anything. All I could do was lay in bed with a freaking neck brace on.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like flipping out when I found out who actually did it, and I moved my neck, and then it really fucking hurt.
What?
Yeah, just like that.
The Velvet Key.
Till we meet again.
Deal. Alright. Feels like you had a strange dream. I did. It's time to go to school.
You know, I still don't get delighted thinking about school. Not in the least. I
School
love
sucked.
Junpei's backpack though, man. He's rocking it.
You don't get to see that in the
No, you
portable
don't.
version.
Actually, you lose a lot in the portable version compared to this one.
Hey, what's up, man? Today is the perfect day. The sky is blue, everybody's dying, you were young. What more could we ask for? You need rest. Dude, I'm not sick. Forget the old Junpei. This is the real me. You should cheer up too. After all, you've got me for a friend. You know what I liked about the next couple Persona games?
Huh.
Is that in order for like other characters to acquire their persona, they had to encounter a change of heart.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in Persona 4, it's like here's you facing your true self, but in Persona 5, it's also like here. In raging or like
It's your what's
your desire to break free.
Yep, your rebellion.
Yeah, your sense of rebellion.
Yep.
I like that. And then when you hear,
Actually, you know, okay, so you know, like in just as in your character is always more of a modeled citizen. You know, like I liked how in 5 you were more like an outcast.
Yeah.
More like having that that feel of more like an outcast sort of feel was pretty cool. Like I did like that aspect of it.
It takes a ton of points in Persona 5 to increase your stats.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm still just learned.
You know,
Meanwhile, I've been pounding out that stupid stat forever.
you know what's awesome in 4? Because you know I had like a couple of weeks just to sit there and fuck around. Couldn't not be able to move much, but I maxed out the pie chart thing.
Yeah.
I maxed it out completely on every category you could. I maxed everything out.
I'm trying to get Dauntless so I can ask the guy about the bag.
Oh yeah, yeah, me too.
Some
But you
people
see,
say classic
the
lit
thing,
isn't
the
relevant.
thing that I don't like in 4, no matter what you did, like when you first start, and you know the teacher calls you stupid or whatever, and then it gives you the option to confront him and go, "You just called me stupid."
Mhm.
Oh, you can't access that. You don't have enough courage.
Yeah.
And then you have to play through a second time with those stats maxed. And I feel that 5 does the same thing because I've been working on getting my guts increased to figure out what's in the bag too. And I just don't think I'm going to get it done in the first playthrough. I'm pretty sure you're going to get it done closer to the end and then figure out what it is.
I'm staunch right now.
Because remember when the teacher throws the chalk at your head and they're like, oh, you could have dodged that if you had more proficiency or something? Assuming also when you replay it, you know, you'll be all like, whoosh, dodged. And then you're like, whoa, he dodged it. I was like, heck yeah.
And then you go through with all your knowledge stats and then standardized tests are so easy.
Yep.
You decided to go home with Junpei. My boyfriend. Look, a cat. It's not alive.
Actually, I did.
Oh, it is moving.
I did really like in 5 though, like when you're walking through the city, how there's all the people, and like,
oh yeah,
how much more lively the city feels.
Oh, here we go.
It's so badass.
It shatters. Yeah, I think it's cooler in the portable version though. It like
Me too.
explodes.
Yeah.
How is he?
Dead.
Actually, it was really funny too because I had my brother play 4 and he's like, I don't really care for it. I had him play 3. He was freaking hooked on 3.
Matthew?
Aaron.
Aaron was hooked on Persona?
3, like he really liked it.
They're fantastic RPGs.
I think 3 is the best one to play first to get into the series.
Definitely. I agree with you.
Because like I really didn't play it until
Persona 5 does a good job of it, but you're never going to get everything. Because like by the point I hopped into Persona 5, I had already played both Persona 3 and 4 and the first one. So it's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing here.
Even those who have the potential tend
and
to
like
be unstable
even
at first.
Persona Q,
Memory
I always
loss,
played
disorientation.
the Persona 3 characters.
I like the battle music in that game.
You know who the creepiest guy that I thought was be that doctor dude?
Which one?
The one that does the when you're in that creepy hospital.
Yeah.
That one was pretty creepy. Like the nurses weren't too creepy. It was how he had that.
Isn't that the one with all the dismembered bears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this subject is rather unique. He hasn't exhibited any of the common
Actually, I
symptoms.
did really like Q.
Come back, Scott. This cat is just loving the attention. But this subject is rather unique. He hasn't exhibited any of the common symptoms.
But we're treating him like a guinea pig.
I understand your concern, but it's imperative that we recruit new members.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like pickings are vast. Oh.
I heard he's your classmate. Wouldn't you be more comfortable working with someone from the same grade?
Yeah, I guess. It's still.
Command room. Is that you, Akihiko?
This is sick.
Oh, here we go.
Unfortunately, I don't have time to talk. It's chasing me. I wanted to let you guys know. I'm almost there.
What? You're bringing it here?
Does that mean he's bringing that thing here?
Mr. Chairman, let's suspend our observation for now. We'll prepare for battle.
All right. Be careful.
Can't have my pawns dying.
Akihiko!
Senpai!
After all, I can't summon a persona. He says that.
I'm all right. Get ready to be surprised. It'll be here any second.
This is no time to joke around.
I'm covered in blood. Do I look like I'm joking?
Yes, but not.
Yeah, that's an injury on his arm.
Oh, the band? The red? That's
Yeah.
the C or the C.
No, not here, but here.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Chairman, please head for the command room. Takeba, go upstairs and wake him up. Then escape out the back.
What about you two?
We'll stop it here. You led it to us, Akihiko, so I'm afraid you'll have to fight.
No, you won't.
Like I had a choice. What are you waiting for?
No,
Yukari?
that's not.
Oh,
that's
it's
what
his
I
shirt.
thought. It's the straps because he gets a broken rib from fighting it. They mention it later on when he's in the hospital.
Yeah. It's been a while. I think I played this in like 2016 last.
It was a long time ago.
Wake up! So,
Looked like I was already awake.
I don't have time to explain. We have to get out of here now!
Well, why didn't I say okay?
Hurry, downstairs!
I always say because I'm like, all right, heck, loud noise. You're asking me to leave. Let's do it.
Take this, just in case.
Now I get a gun.
No, you don't. You get
That's
a
right.
short sword.
I take her gun.
Alright, we should be safe now.
Takeba, do you read me?
Yes, I hear you.
Be careful. There's more than one enemy. The one we're fighting isn't.
Uh-oh.
What?
What happened?
So I screamed.
Oh,
Let's pull back.
cool.
Let's pull back. I really like this part. Yeah, and then like with this one, I feel like the part of the atmosphere that makes it so different is the actual sense of danger.
Yeah, the other ones don't have. Well, yeah, they don't have it the same way
What's
as
that?
this one does.
Cause like, what's the threat in Persona 4? Some guy going around killing people. What's the threat in Persona 5? Nobody. I mean, Medjed, and the main antagonist, but yeah.
There are, but they're not like specifically
It's getting
targeting.
closer.
It's also not like a supernatural phenomena.
As in like.
Keep
Just,
moving, hurry!
yeah, you're right. It was more a supernatural phenomenon than this one. I also really like part of it too.
Excellent world building.
I think we're okay for now.
Yeah. If by now you mean 4 seconds. Oh, this is really cool. I love this part. the music.
Also, I thought.
No, I don't know if I'm recalling correctly, but in the original, what happens here doesn't happen.
In which?
In the portable version.
No,
Not that this doesn't happen, but you know how at the very, very beginning he summons death rather than Orpheus?
No,
does that happen in Persona
it's all
Portable?
the same.
Okay, I didn't recall that. Because I know right here, instead of Orpheus, he gets death.
No, it's the same on how it all occurs.
Go on.
There. Wait.
Baby. Okay. Persona.
This one's hands down the coolest.
The protagonist is a literal weapon.
See, and the other one's just lost this cool, like, this is awesome.
And I am thou. From the sea of thy soul I come. I am Orpheus, master of strings.
See, and this also, all of this part is the same from both games. Because in this, right here.
And then becomes death. Yeah.
Yep. I really liked how it, like, this part pulls in the head and just
snaps through.
Out. Yeah.
And then this is, he's like part of a prophecy, yeah?
Yeah. Also, the thing I really didn't care for, like the thing I hated most about 5, they got rid of the shadows that were like with the masks, and they were the blood personas.
Yeah, and then they went straight to demons.
I didn't care for that part. Not when you played the first 2. I really just like how they changed that.
I like seeing new ones, yeah. But I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of fighting the same thing over and over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the shadows did change from.
Yeah, they had
level.
some variety, yeah. Shuji Kutsuki. Orpheus.
Hands down the coolest looking persona.
I like his harp.
Next to Uzunaki.
Is it over?
You think Izanagi's cool?
Oh yeah, Uzunaki's cool.
It'll kill. Ah! One more time. Moichido.
Undoubtedly.
My dude felt a surge of energy. Hey.
I told you, if you put in my dude, it changes the whole feel of the game. Like, my dude.
I got it. I'm glad I did it right. My dude felt a surge of energy inside. Your hit points and spirit points have increased. You're now able to create personas up to level 2. Something inside of you has changed. Orpheus levels up. Your strength has increased by 1. You know, it'd be cool if like you could name your persona. So like instead of it like anybody referring to it, it's like Orpheus. They're like my dude and his other dude.
Yeah,
Like I could rename
that
him
would
like
be
and his other dude.
awesome. And you know, it sounds better too, because if your name's Dude, because Junpei always goes, "Sup, dude."
Yeah.
So
Sup,
it
dude?
just plays better, plays into it
Are
a
you
little bit
okay?
better.
Come on, say something.
Are you alright?
End credits roll.
Can you hear me? Please, answer me.
Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum,
See,
bum,
I'm
bum,
hoping
bum.
that after 5, because about every 5 years they make a game, I'm hoping the next one gets more to the...
I hope we hear about Shin Megami Tensei 5.
I hope they make it more like how the older ones used to be, more edgy.
Persona 6?
Well, here's something interesting that I found out. So when they all came together for the next Persona game, they had it, I believe it was at least 4 full stories worth of game, and then they were like, nah, none of these, and they started all over. So at least they're guaranteed to have at least 4 set up, because the 5 doesn't have any of the mixes of like any of those 4 that they made.
Yeah.
5 was its own, so they got 4 whole games worth of story just sitting there, and I'm hoping that they get back to being more edgy. Like this one, not so much like 4. Even 4 had more of it than 5 does. It's just not the same atmosphere.
My psyche.
It may take some time to fully comprehend.
And I still think they made Igor's
Of your personality.
character still much creepier in these ones than they did in the other one. They
Yo, I
changed it.
figured it out. So they basically just recruited a mentally unstable, multi-personality disordered guy
For what?
for the main character.
No.
What? You're telling me he doesn't have
Nope. Because
personality disorder?
no, because it plays into the fact of
The
like,
Fool Archon.
Yeah.
Oh, don't fall.
and the fact that the person playing it
Yeah, chair's broken, by the way.
wouldn't be the same as everyone else. That's why you're able to switch through. Oh, now we glow. Oh, we were glowing red there for a minute.
Gotta wait for it to actuate.
Cord.
A persona is a facet of your personality. Yep.
You can think of it as a mask that protects you as you brave many hardships. That being said,
I like when you acquire a new persona in Persona 5 and you like grab the mask and go.
Yeah, I did think that was pretty cool, and I did like the execution that they did to
Oh, yeah.
Fuse. I thought that was really cool too. And see, that is like what the older games was like. Like instead of one little tidbit being super edgy, the whole game was like that edgy. That's the way it should be.
Your power's still weak. What do you mean weak?
use your persona ability. You must
I don't know if you caught onto it. Did you notice the chair?
Okay.
Looks shaped a little bit like a harp, the same one as
Orpheus.
Orpheus's.
That's cool.
The ability evolves as
You develop your social links, emotional ties with others.
The stronger your social links, the more powerful your persona ability. Please remember that.
You know what? I've just realized something.
Now then,
We're pretty big nerds. The fact that we remember everything that's happening
time marches on.
throughout the whole
I
story.
shouldn't keep you here any longer. Next time.
That's okay.
you
I wear
will
the
come
fact that I'm
here
a
of your
nerd as a
own
badge of
accord.
honor.
Until then,
They're really good games.
farewell.
See, what I'm really hoping that they do is they'll take, like for an anniversary, or no, they just had their anniversary. I'm hoping that like they'd take, it'd be so cool to take 3.
Wonder how long you've been asleep. A week?
It'd be so cool if they took 3 and like reamped it with Persona 5 level like graphics and everything.
Yeah, that's what.
That's
yeah.
what I would love
You're
to
awake.
see.
How do you feel?
Because
Thank goodness you finally came to. How much sleep do you need? It's been a whole
That it has.
I was so worried about you. Oh yeah, this is Tatsumi Memorial Hospital. It's just a short walk from the station. The doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you. He said you were just exhausted. But you kept sleeping and sleeping. You know how worried I was?
I'd like to sleep for a week.
I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Even though I was supposed to protect you, But your power, it was amazing.
Yes, it was.
What'd I do?
The power you used, we call it persona.
Persona.
And those creatures you defeated are shadows. Our enemy. We'll explain everything later. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before.
I think I fixed the chair.
Try sitting forward a little bit.
Actually, not really. If I sit too far forward, I'm gonna go.
Wanted to tell you that I'm sort of like you.
I sort of like you?
I'm sort.
Why are you telling me this?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
My dad died in an accident when I was little.
my parents are gone.
My mom and I aren't exactly on good terms. You're all alone too, right? To be honest, I already know about your past.
Kamoshida leaked everything.
But it didn't seem fair, so
Honestly, though,
I wanted you to know
Kamoshida
about
was
mine.
a special kind of douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, though, that was one thing I always really liked about 5, though, was everybody could have somebody
It
that
was
they
back
could
in
go,
99.
yeah, I have a Kamoshida in my life, to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a
Good
big
old
explosion
Perry.
in the area.
Okay, I figured it out already. Our parents died the same day.
At this point,
I knew it.
Supposedly, my dad died in the blast. But nobody really knows what happened.
I mean, besides the Creative Foundation.
He was working in a lab run by the Kirijo group.
Oh. Sorry for the name drop.
yeah, we were saying it wrong. We were saying
I'm hoping that
Creejo.
if I
It's
stick around long
Creejo.
Yeah, I
enough,
know it's Creature.
I'll find out something.
I was saying it wrong then. Then again, though, have the dyslexic guy try to remember Japanese names when he can barely get the American ones right.
That's one.
Why
Yeah.
I was there when this happened to you. Of course, I panicked and wasn't much help. It was my first
Wait,
time
have you
fighting
played,
too.
Catherine?
No.
Okay, so they actually have.
I'm sorry.
It's really cool because when you
You
play the
wouldn't have to
reamped
go through all
version,
this
they
if I
have
wasn't
in a
such a
corner of the
coward.
bar, they have a little Morgana, like stuffed animal, a teddy one, and then they have the Persona 3's school logo like on the wall on a poster.
Are you watching yourself?
Yeah, I was like,
That's so fun. There's a little bit of a cutoff on the
yeah,
over
it
here.
it threw me off.
That looks kind of cool, actually. I'm gonna grab you, Kari. Don't go that far. Come here. Never
Well, I
mind.
gotta say, now that I'm looking at myself, I am one handsome looking dude.
He's not single, everyone. It's not your fault. It's okay,
Thanks.
Yukari.
But here I
Even
am
though it was
telling you
really
all
rude
this
to you
the minute you
earlier.
wake up. While I was waiting, I thought to myself,
This kid's pretty hot.
You know, I gotta say though, you know who's I think the best teacher in all the games?
I'll tell him
King
the
Moron.
truth.
From 4.
Alright, you nasty children.
I know, I love
God,
it.
that
It's
guy
great. I
is-
love how, like, when he first introduces you, he goes, "What? Now don't you be thinking about getting fresh with the ladies here. This ain't your big city full of perverts and assholes."
Yeah, that's right. He does say that.
I loved King Morin. Because later there's a part when you're on a school trip and he's drunk and it's like nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear him go, "Are there any bad apples out here?"
Alright, I'm gonna get
I'll
going.
let the others know you woke up. Take it easy, okay? Be a good patient. And don't hesitate to call the nurse. I'm sure she'll take good care of you.
Say my name.
Bye.
My dude.
See, I told you, it's awesome when you put my dude in there. It's actually more fun, like, when you play Zelda and you put in my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, Navi, she'll go, my dude. It's awesome. Or another fun one to do is I fart. I'm not joking. I mean, it doesn't fit as good as my dude, but it's
My
awesome.
fart leveled up.
Yep.
Morning, you seem to be doing pretty well. Yeah, I'm alright. That's good. Hey, sorry to hit you at this first thing in the morning, but Ikutsuki-san wants to talk to you today. Come to the 4th floor of the dorm after school, okay? Don't forget.
Anytime you're called to the 4th floor, you know shit's about to go down.
That's enough about mammoths. I don't see the big deal. They're just huge elephants. I like this teacher, Mr. Ono. And that wraps it up for the Stone Age. So I am tired of lessons about stones. I'd rather talk about the Sengoku era. Japanese history is not that exciting until then. Though I'm paid to do this, so I've gotta. It's tough being an adult. Next is the Jomon period. When do the samurai get their day in the sun? I'll just ask a question at random and call it a day. Hey Junpei. What was the style of houses in the Jomon period called? How am I supposed to know about something way back then? Quick, my blank. What quick my? Oh yeah.
Because he went
That's
insane.
my name. Quick
Yeah.
my. What the heck is he talking about? Caves, my boy. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that is the one thing though that I didn't like is they'll ask you a random freaking question that is like,
So
no
they live
way
in
you're
mud
gonna know
huts.
the answer, and you gotta then remember it for when you take the test.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless you want to do it the cheater's way, pull out your phone and go.
What's the answer to this
Yeah.
question? Yeah.
I mean,
We
you
seem to be
can.
discussing something important
I
at the
feel
dorms
it's
today.
cheating.
You decided to go home early. I think we go to Tartarus.
So, look over here real quick.
It's
Yeah.
the cat again. Him?
No, other screen.
Oh shoot.
This, yeah.
Oh, your foot's down.
I was like, what? Oh, that's my foot.
The shopping mall is filled with people coming and going. Evening. Alright, let's run up the stairs.
Don't do that. I'm bouncing on a chair here. You're gonna make me fall over. Oh, this turning does not help.
Oh, it's Yukari. Don't fall over. I told you that chair's broken.
I know it is.
Ah,
There you are.
I'm glad that you're okay. The reason I asked you here is because I needed to talk to you. Please, have a seat. Oh, before that,
We missed it. Iwa Todai.
Oh yeah.
The train guy.
I believe I
Yep.
mentioned it earlier, but this is Akihiko. How you
Actually,
doing?
both 3 and 4 start
Okay.
off with you on a
Let me
train.
start off by
Mhm.
asking you this.
Aoyama Ikome.
Does 5
Would you
start you
believe
off
me if I
with
said that a day consists of more than 24 hours?
Technically, yeah.
Technically, yeah, but
Because then you find your way to Cafe LeBlanc, you ask people about it. Remember that?
oh yeah.
And then I'm trying to think about the neighborhood that's in again.
Oh yeah. No, there's no way in hell I remember that or get that right.
You want to try it? It's banana.
Tastes like chocolate banana.
It's kind of good, huh?
I'm gonna investigate this further.
Would you believe me? Excuse me?
I'm not surprised by your reaction. However, you've already experienced this truth firsthand.
I'm gonna need some time with this.
Here, use this instead. Wait. Here.
I like this more.
Peach iced tea.
All right.
That's the stuff. However, you've already experienced this truth firsthand.
Do you remember the night you came here? You had to have noticed the signs. The streetlights went out, nothing was working, there were coffins everywhere.
Nothing, get you.
Didn't it feel like you were in a different time? That's the dark hour. A time period hidden between one day and the next.
I'll let you plan on
This is
staying.
more like something people aren't aware of.
I got nothing to do tomorrow except for work, so I got
But
Five
the dark
calls?
hour does exist. It occurs each night at midnight. It'll happen tonight and every night to come.
Epic.
Normal people don't realize it, since they're all sleeping inside their coffins. But that's not what makes the dark hour so interesting. You saw those creatures. We call them shadows. They only appear during the dark hour and attack anyone not in a coffin. It's our job to defeat them. Sounds exciting, huh?
Akihiko, why are you always like that? You just got hurt the other day.
What do you care, bitch? I roll my own way.
He does his work well. Long story short,
I remember
the
acquiring
specialized
Akihiko and then
extracurricular
being like,
execution
well, my
squad.
team's already too strong
Seems for
already.
short.
Why would I incorporate him?
I used him for... I always try to run with the main three. And I know that I use...
If I'm not mistaken, Zio, Bufu, Garu,
Yep. And then...
Agi,
Junpei's
because you come with it.
Agis.
On paper, we're classified as a school club, but in reality, this group is dedicated to
I like
defeating the
Hermes.
shadows.
Actually,
Ichigo is the leader.
from 5,
I'm the
Captain
club
Kid.
advisor.
Yeah,
He's
on the
a
boat.
pretty freaking badass person.
I think Makoto's persona's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't
the
like...
bike.
I didn't like, the second version of, Captain Kid.
I haven't seen that yet.
A shadow
first
feeds
version
on a
was
mind
cooler.
of its prey. The victim becomes a living corpse. They're responsible for most of the incidents on the news, if not all of them.
Although rare, there are those who can function during the dark hour. Some may even awaken to a power that enables them to fight the shadows. That's Persona, the power you used the other night. The shadows can only be defeated by Persona users, which means it's all up to you guys.
Oh, did you know they made an anime of
I'm
3?
glad you're quick to understand.
I watched through that. That was pretty good.
They weren't like series as much as they were like short films, right?
Yeah. But it was still good.
I'm glad you're quick to understand.
What he's trying to say is, we want you to join us. We've prepared an evoker for you. We'd like you to lend us your strength.
I was afraid you'd say no. Welcome aboard.
Thank
Well,
you
if I
so
said
much.
no, I mean, that'd
I'm
be
really
a pretty
glad.
short story.
Oh, I almost forgot. About your room assignment. Why don't you just
I mean, it
stay
all ends
here
the same
in
way.
your current room? I don't know what the holdup is, but I guess it worked out in the end.
I am surprised, though, how well
Hold up.
playing
But
on a
wasn't that-
computer really makes the graphics look like something from a couple years ago instead of,
Mm-hmm.
oh fuck, how long ago? Like
Oh,
PS2.
never mind. It doesn't
Oh
matter.
god, that was so long ago.
I like emulation. Well, I want to show you something after we're done streaming.
Sure.
The Fool Arcana. I noticed that Persona 4 and Persona 3, they share the same Arcana animation.
Yeah, it changes. Oh yeah, you're right. They did change the cards.
Yeah, because
I
in
di-
Persona
you know,
5,
honestly,
it's like
though,
the chains. And
I
then the
liked
Arcana.
I liked the cards though from 5.
Yeah, me too.
Like, there's a lot I like about 5. It's like I just wish they could have blended the two a little bit better than what they did.
It's a lot more like lighthearted, and yeah, I don't know. I like the game a lot though.
Oh, I love it too. I mean, it's a really good story. Just like, let's say you were playing 5 with no other knowledge of the others. Yeah, it'd be awesome. And maybe we'd feel differently about these ones if we had played them in a different order.
True.
It's like
because like for what Persona 5 brings, it's like a lot of quality of life things.
Yeah.
And you are?
We've met before. Soon the end will come. I remembered, so I thought I should tell you.
I don't care.
Really?
I generally ask.
If you say so.
More.
To be honest, I can't tell you much about it yet. Oh, looks like you've awakened to your power. And an unusual power it is. A power that takes many forms, yet is bound by none. It may prove to be your salvation.
Wild card.
Do you remember when we first met? I expect you to honor your commitment. I'll be watching you, even if you forget about me. Okay then. See you later.
Oh, Matthew still wants to play. We could probably wrap it up after we get to Tartarus, yeah?
Yeah, that'd be a good stopping point.
You could hop on over tomorrow and we could play again.
Alright.
After we're done with... You're done with work. Dang. Hear that, everybody who's not watching right now? More late night streams. They usually get views afterwards anyways. Yeah. Sounds like someone is calling your name from downstairs.
Hey, it's me. Can you
As long as the goal here is to motivate people to go play some of the best Persona games. It's 3, by the way. It's a simple answer. It's 3. Go play 3.
I want to introduce.
Yeah, if you're gonna start anywhere, start with 3.
Hurry up. Hold your horses. This is freaking heavy.
Junpei? Why is he here? Wait, don't tell me.
Okay.
Hell yeah. This is Junpei Iori from Class 2F. He'll be staying here as of today.
What's up?
He's staying here? You gotta be kidding me.
I bumped into him the other night. He has the potential, but he just awakened to it recently. I told him about us, and he agreed to help.
You have the potential? For real?
He found me crying like a baby at the convenience store, surrounded by a bunch of coffins. I don't remember much, but man, that's embarrassing. He said that's, you know, completely normal in the beginning. It's like being confused and not remembering anything. Did you guys know that? Didn't he tell you? Man, every Persona user should know that. Man, I was shocked to find out about you guys.
Burn.
I have no idea. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It could get kind of lonely, you know? I'll bet you're stoked too, right? Having me join?
You're not bringing it into your lungs?
I like the way these taste. Because if I'm using a vape,
Yeah.
it makes me sick if I inhale it. Like, but I like the way these taste. So for me, they're more just candy.
I think we're about ready.
Well, if that's the case, put this instead.
Okay.
It's the same flavor.
Yep. Tastes like candy.
Sweetness? What the fuck?
explore that place.
You mean Tartarus?
Tartarus? What's that? Sounds like toothpaste.
God.
It's awesome. We can find the reason for the dark hour there.
I hope so.
The chairman will give us the details tomorrow night, so be ready.
Bum, 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 bum. Good morning. I'm always so drowsy on Monday mornings. Yeah, me too. The only thing you can do is to sleep through first period. Wait, tomorrow is when we have morning assembly. Oh, I'm too lazy for that. I'll just pretend I didn't hear. You know what I particularly like about the Persona 3 and 5 soundtracks? It's like the incorporation of like guitar and like metal type music. Especially in Persona 5. But I like how Persona 3's got like sort of a J-pop, hip-hop, like metal mix. It's really cool.
Come to the lounge when we get back to the door. I have something to tell you.
We're heading out.
Oh, are we having that talk?
I'll save the details for later. See you there.
Wow, she didn't waste any time leaving.
Student council president
She's
sounded
probably
busy.
busy with things like student council. Unlike us.
Ooh, Yucatan.
Man, I never used
hostility?
Well, it's not that I don't like her. She's just...
I'll be.
Yeah, kinda.
Hi, I am responsible for all of your parents' deaths. Fuck you. Well, her parents are responsible for their parents.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't necessarily have anything with you.
Yeah.
Do with it. But then again, I mean, we really don't want to reveal too much.
You know, I'm trying to keep everything as vague as possible. You walked home with Junpei talking and laughing at each other's inappropriate jokes. Junpei. Probably making some jokes about Yucatan.
When you play the female protagonist, you start to walk home
Okay,
with
everybody's here.
instead, and it's really funny. She goes, it's not that I don't
I'd
like
like your
Junpei, it's
undivided
just he makes
attention.
everything sound so creepy. He's like the poster boy for sexual harassment. I freaking died when I heard that.
For a long time, Mitsuru and Akihiko were the only Persona users we had. But that number recently jumped to 5. Therefore,
We have an army.
starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like to commence the exploration
Starting tonight
of
at
Tartarus.
13 a.m.
Sorry, I asked this yesterday, but
12.5
what's
a.m.
this Tartarus thing again?
You haven't seen it, Junpei?
12 o'clock, part 2, electric. You haven't seen it, Junpei?
It's no surprise, since it only appears during the dark hour.
The Dark Hour?
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh?
I like
And
the
it's
scene where they
perfect
show
place for us
Tartarus
to
in this one.
train.
They also have a good one for Persona Portable.
You can think of it as a shadow nest.
Honestly, though, when you think about it, like,
Whoa.
pretty good.
Their nest, huh?
I always, you know what was so cool about the PSP? Mini
But,
discs.
Senpai,
Yeah, the
what
UMD.
about your injury?
Yep, not gonna lie, like, those things are freaking cool.
Bit of a pain in the ass, though, not gonna lie.
They are, but you know, I still have my PSP on my PSP.
Since
There's,
Akihiko hasn't fully recovered yet, he'll only come as far as the entrance.
Play now and then. You know what's called.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't had my PSP for a while.
Well, I'm sure he won't complain, as long as you don't go too far in. Since we're dealing with shadows, Tartarus isn't something we can avoid.
Relax, I've got your backs.
I'm not so sure about this.
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
I'll stay here. As you know, I can't summon a persona.
Somebody walks up to him with an evoker. Test that shit. And you know, that's like the thing with like this game and Persona 4 is that like a lot of the cutscenes are like, talk. Alright, we're done talking. Click, 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 click. Okay, we talked now.
Why here?
Just wait a few minutes. It's almost midnight.
This is cool. You see, here's a visual you never get when playing the Persona on portable. Where you see like the gate of Tartarus. You don't really see that in the portable version.
Actually, though,
I liked it a lot. It was actually, I don't know, so far it's my preferred version. But I don't know yet. I'm playing FES. I'm gonna give it a shot. The Dark Hour. Next 19.
This is
Oh yeah.
the
Whoa.
labyrinth reveals itself during the dark
I just realized the next full moon counter is basically the boss thing.
Yeah.
Like how in Persona 5 it's like, oh, 21 days until Futaba's like, fuck you. And Medjed's gonna rule the world.
Labyrinth? What are you talking
and I
about?
also like little details.
Yeah,
that
right
they-
here.
They added in here, like, look, you got the wind blowing, the trees swaying, picking the leaves off. I mean, it's some pretty cool. Like the small details, like when you consider how old this game is, and all the small details they put into it, like the ceiling fan slowly spinning when in the beginning, it's just
Once
cool
the
little
dark hour
details that they
passes,
added.
Also, it looks really good in
everything
HD.
returns to normal.
Which, I mean, if you take the time to look at all the
This
small
is the
details,
nest
then you
you were
understand
talking
why.
about?
It takes them all 5 years to make one game. Considering that, I mean, all of the extra stuff that they add.
And like, if you really think about it, like half of developing these games is the writing itself.
But why? Why did our school turn into a giant tower? You don't know either?
No.
I'm sure it's complicated. Who cares anyway? It's not like it would change our minds about fighting.
Hear that?
Well, maybe now we'll find out. Mitsuru and I have only gone in to take a peek. This will be our first time exploring it. Exciting, isn't it? There has to be some sort of clue in here about the Dark Hour.
Akihiko, I respect your enthusiasm, but you won't be accompanying us today.
You're broke as shit.
I know, you don't have to remind me.
Bum bum. Bum bum bum.
Whoa. It's just as cool on the inside.
But it sure is creepy.
This is only the entrance. The labyrinth lies beyond the doorway at the top of the stairs.
First we'll have you three get a feel for this place. Why don't you go have a look around?
What? By ourselves?
We're not asking you to go very far. And I'll be feeding you information from here.
So you two didn't plan on coming in the first place?
That's right. We're also going to appoint a leader to make any necessary
Like
decisions.
this part.
It's me.
For real?
Oh yeah, Junpei's like, I want to be a leader. I want to be a leader.
One of us? Oh, me,
my chair just kicked out.
me.
Oh, it just popped back up.
Alright, well, we'll work on that for future revisions.
Yeah, you're a little tall there, bud.
Problem solved.
You're in charge.
What?
Wait, why him? He doesn't look like a leader.
But he has fought them before.
Seriously?
That's true, but there's another reason. You two. Can you summon your persona without any difficulties like he can?
Yeah, of course I can.
I think so.
These are shadows we're talking about here. Without your persona, you're screwed.
I'm aware of that.
No, I'm gonna doze off for like 10 minutes.
Oh, I never noticed all the small details in the bike.
I'm used to it just being a 2D image.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you. The time has come for you to wield your power. The tower that you are about to venture into. How did it come to be? For what purpose does it exist? Regrettably, you are not yet capable of answering these questions.
Kinda wish I could skip dialogue like Persona 5.
That is why you must be made aware of the nature of your power. Your power is unique.
You burp, bro.
It's like the number 0. It's empty, but at the same time holds infinite possibilities.
Yeah, like try multiplying it by something.
Actually, I did think how he describes the power that you have is pretty cool.
Are able to possess multiple personas and summon them as needed. And when you have defeated
you wanna
your
like
enemies, you will see the faces of possibility before you.
Be good.
There may be times when they are difficult to grasp.
Stand
but
up.
do not seize what you have heard.
Alright. There, are you good? Okay, we're good.
Good.
Your power will grow.
Nope.
Be sure to keep that in mind.
Hold on.
Oh, it's happened. You're entirely on a pivot.
Alright.
My spare time will soon.
Don't lean that way.
I'm not trying to. Okay, we good.
That's better.
Perfect.
But please, come again of your own accord.
They always say that. Come again if you want a cold.
Until then,
Farewell.
farewell.
Well, I mean, Igor's a gentleman.
Of
That's
course.
like the only thing we ever know about him. Is he's classy.
And a demigod. Yeah, more than a demigod.
Are you alright?
Yeah, what's up? You look like a zombie.
I always picked
I
I
opened
opened
this
this door
door.
and
What door?
Huh? What door?
Man, are you loco?
Have you been nodding off? You seem kind of out of it.
Dude, you're supposed to be our leader. Get your head in the game.
Come on, let's go.
Thanks for mercilessly bashing me. Great.
I mean, Jupiter's not wrong. Alrighty.
We're gonna pop a save in real quick.
Probably should.
All right, let's go battle a couple shadows.
Well, actually, before you do, I wouldn't necessarily do that because it's going to take you into the tutorial.
Yeah.
Alright, if you want to do that, that's fine.
Well, I was thinking after that, because I don't know, do you really want an entire video of like one battle? Because we've been at this for like 3 hours now, and we have seen a battle.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, I suppose. I mean, This is the first episode. You want to leave people with a good taste in their mouth.
Mm-hmm. Here's what RPG grinding looks like. It's pain.
Yes, many an hour.
Hope I don't get lost.
Fighting.
Can you all hear me?
Oh, is that you, Senpai?
I'll be
No, it's
providing audio
good.
backup
You
from
can't
here on
see.
out.
Wait, you
It's my persona's ability. I'd like to join you.
Fuka's persona's ability.
Changes from day to day.
Oh, I forgot about Fuka.
That's why outside support is imperative.
I just remembered her name.
Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
You mean for Futaba?
You can expect to encounter enemies at any minute.
Yeah, you're right.
There's always that one character who's like on the sidelines. Who's in Persona 4? Someone who doesn't particularly fight, but still.
Oh, we were talking about her in the beginning. The pop star.
Is that Rise? Is she?
Yeah, Rise is basically the
Okay.
same. She can't fight.
Got it.
But then Teddy joined because Teddy was okay.
He used to be that.
He used to do that. You know, the thing I did love about Teddy though was all his bear puns.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
They're unbearable. Alright, I already know what I'm doing, so let's speed through this. Baby, 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 baby. No thanks.
I always generally have my teammates act freely.
Yeah, I prefer when you're able to control them, but
See, when I play, I just have them act freely.
these ones are weak.
A wisely chosen attack.
See, and also I much prefer these all-out attacks. Like when you do a finisher and the little death cloud comes up.
Hey, for an all-out attack.
Yep.
Snuff Soul, perfect.
But I mean, Fives was pretty cool. Not gonna lie, but
I like the animation. Oh look, we found the end.
actually the music when you're fighting the
I thought I got him, but
Now's a good time. Do you want to know more?
it's alright.
Although still, I'm so blown away at how well the graphics look. You'd almost think, this, like I said, like this was
Like a remake almost.
like a remake almost. Like I'm blown away at how well it looks.
It's for an all-out attack.
Complete victory. Great job.
For what? Bounce it up, bowl, one of the rolling storm coming out. I know what I'm doing, Mitsuru.
If you didn't, would you like more? Then proceed with the battle.
You know, I'm curious how well the
You want me to bring it up?
yeah.
We'll do it next. Damn.
You exploited the enemy's weakness. Here's a chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you
I like that the sound effects
son of a...
haven't
Keep up the good
changed.
work.
Alright, we're going for
Oh
Pixie.
yeah, when choosing
Mhm.
what card you wanted was actually a bitch.
Another Snuff Soul.
Well,
That's
okay, I
always
shouldn't
good.
say that. It's easy when you first start. It gets way fucking
Oh yeah,
worse.
it does.
Yeah.
At some point, it's like a 1 in 4 chance you get it.
Yeah.
And this is the last shadow. Man, this old menu. And yeah, slightly restores SP. Okay.
You don't really have to.
There is a better way. You can look.
I've done
Then,
it
that concludes the
every
basics of
time.
that.
Actually,
But
the
shop they're made is
the background. I think the background for the first level, I think, was always the
attack
coolest.
again. Awesome.
Because
Where's Miragi when you need it? Where's Miragi when you need it?
A wisely chosen attack. Awesome.
Miragi Lao. It'll be dead. And I'd be out of SP. Oh, look, like a rolling stone coming.
The enemy is vulnerable. Keep going. You attack the enemy's weak point. Here's a chance. Let's get him. You have the potential to grow even stronger.
Well, it's not like I'm gonna shoot for another pixie, so money.
No, go for the leaf.
Item?
No, go for the leaf.
Yeah, the item.
Nope, because it increases your experience.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah, those are the ones you want. The items are, or like weapons, are the swords.
That's right, you're right.
Those, anytime a leaf comes up, you want to get that.
Oh, did I do it? Yeah, I did.
Everyone.
I know that Junpei is going to go grab the item to the right. I just wanted to hear him say that. Alright, let's go. Here you go, bro. Stuff's so perfect. They're just really useful to have. Because you can't, like, buy them.
Okay, did you know this? If you split up and you fight individually, your XP is higher. If you fight solo,
Welcome back.
and then you pair that with a leaf, that's the best way to level grind.
So, how was it?
We kicked.
I kicked some ass.
Me and my dude.
That's because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
He said,
you look pretty tired
me and my
yourself,
dude. Oh, man.
Ethan.
I wish though.
Me too.
I'm still trying to catch my breath, actually.
That's the effect of the dark
My
hour.
dude and I.
You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry though, you'll adapt. But I'm surprised. You all did much better than I expected. At this rate, they'll catch up to you in no time, Akihiko.
I'm already better than you.
We'll see about that.
If we were kind of levels up.
The thing that I did like though is like, you know, like in 5.
I like this right here. Yeah. Alright, continue.
So the music in this one, whenever you did something with the social links, had a cooler music to it, and but the thing I liked about 5 is I can't remember, but it's Justine's voice says you've established a new link.
Yeah, you're right.
But I wish I would have preferred them to keep the cool music, because the music for that's the same on both 3 and 4.
Anyway, folks, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Did you have a good time?
Oh yeah.
We'll probably be back on tomorrow night around the same time because we work and I can't stream and work at the same time. So glad to have my friend over here, somebody who knows about the stuff I know about. Hopefully we've had a little bit of a conversation to spark your interest in one of the most fantastic JRPG franchises in all of time.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Skippy Gameplay and Scott, and we'll see you all in the next episode tomorrow.